Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for Bholaa. It's a movie starring people I don't know that seem to have had pretty good careers, and as always, I'm going to give the good, the bad, and the furry. To start off with the furry, there is a CGI leopard that makes a short appearance, otherwise unnotable. Moving on to the good and the bad. So, this movie is it's kind of a mixture of assault on precinct 13, as well as just any other like continuous chase movie where you're having to protect package A from bad guys B while driving along in C environment and whatnot. And it does have a little bit of the, just because it's on my mind recently, it has a little bit of the John Wick thing. I know it's in other movies as well, but it's recent, where there's a bunch of different random assassin groups that are trying to take out John Wick, and there's a bunch of different random gang things type people that come along to try and take out, the convoy good guy brigade thing. And yeah, that's pretty much the storyline. And I gotta say, it's a fun time. I think that there's a couple bits where it's a little bit hokey, but overall, I liked it. I thought the action was fun. It didn't. It's not straight into the world of realism. I would say that if you liked Kung Fu Hustle or Shaolin Soccer, how that was very stylized in that manner, it's not. This movie is not stylized in exactly that manner, but it is more of a stylized action sequences than what you would think of as like realistic in a lot of American cinema. So it's stylized, but in a way that I think is consistent throughout. So that stylization is pretty consistent. Sort of like how Pathaan was mostly consistent. Like there's a couple times where they kind of bent the rules, but for the most part it was consistent. This, I would say that they bent how Pathaan bent the rules. This one kind of continuously has that going, but as their rule set, and I think that that works. The music, it wasn't too overbearing. It made an appearance, I would say, more often than what you might find typically in American cinema, but it wasn't too distracting. It wasn't bad. I liked the music cues. I thought that was good, and yeah, I cared about the characters. I thought there was good pacing. I did think that there was still a couple of times where they took too long to go from super blurry shot to bringing things in focus. And they do have a thing of like getting really, really up close to the eyes, or just like really, really, really up close. And I felt like they could have done a little bit less of that. But overall, still fun time. Action was fun, pacing was fun, and the CGI was okay. I think that for the action style that it had, I think it had an acceptable level of CGI. But I would say that it, in the Matrix Reloaded, how you could always tell in the like Neo versus 100 Agent Smith fight when there was like, hey, it's actual Neo, and then okay, now we're at Rubber Neo or CGI Rubber Neo. It was a little bit like that with some of the big action bits of like like motorcycles going in the air type of thing. So it had a little bit of that. Okay, I can see that this is CGI, but they did a decent job of blending like in a continuous shot from the CGI to the real. So I found it still entertaining and fun. So yeah, I think that if all of that sounds appealing to you, that you are going to have a fun time with this movie, because it's a fun ride, and the action and the storyline, they are all pretty easy to follow and make sense. Like, this is Convoy, go in here, bad guys are trying to stop them. This is Precinct with bad guys in it, bad guys are trying to get in, people are trying to defend it. It's simple, and it works, and it makes sense, and I liked that it didn't overcomplicate things or just seem to have cut out massive amounts of the story. So, great job, and yeah, what I will say is super short but super spoilerly bit. So spoiler alert, spoiler alert. The stinger at the end, I don't care for that style stinger where it's just like, oh, now he's pissed off the big baddie guy who's gonna get him next time. It's like, but you don't even know if this movie has enough. Like, I don't know if this movie has enough of an audience to get a sequel, or if I'd even be interested in a sequel. Like, you had a good ending. Like, just go with that. But I will say that they did do a decent enough job of setting it up where it wasn't just like, who the fuck is this? Like, that part made a little bit of sense, but that's just my 2 cents. But overall, thumbs up, like the movie, and give it a shot. that's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you at the next one. Bye.